Okay, so for each of this problem, we're solving quadratic equations. So this one, okay, this one, I'm just gonna use the quadratic formula, which a equals 1. A is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of the middle one, this number right here, and c is this last number, constant. So I'm just gonna use the quadratic formula, which is this, to remind you, negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So I'm just going to take these numbers, take these three numbers, and plug it into this formula. Negative b means opposite of b, which is negative 3, and 3 squared minus 4 times a is 1, and c is negative 3 divided by 2. So when we simplify this, we're going to make sure that the number we get on the radical is positive. Otherwise, we won't have solution. If it's a negative number, we won't have solution. So negative 4 times negative 3, that's going to be 12. And 3 squared is 9. So this will be that. And then negative 3 plus minus, this is 21 over 2. And root 21 can't be simplified because 21 is only 7 times 3, and both of these numbers are not perfect square. So then we have two solutions here. So one of our solution is negative 3 plus root 21 divided by 2. And the other one is negative 3 minus 21 divided by 2. So these two are the solution of this equation. Now, for this is part A. Okay, now for part B, now the right-hand side is not 0. I want to make sure first the right-hand side is 0. So I can subtract 12 from both sides. That side 0. And again, you can use quadratic formula to solve it. And sometimes some quadratic equations are factorable, and you can use factoring to solve it as well. So in order this to be solved by factoring, the b squared minus 4ac must be a perfect square. So if that's not, I mean, we can quickly check that. If it's not, then we have to use a quadratic formula. We have no other option. Well, let's just compute b squared minus 4ac and to see if it's perfect square or not. So again, a is this number, b is this number, this is b, and c is this last number. So plug them in. Negative 7 squared minus 4 times 3, negative 12, 49. And this one is plus, because negative 4 times negative 12 is positive. 12 times 12, that's 144. And this is going to be 193. And that's not a perfect square. So it's not factorable. We have to use quadratic formula. So let's do that. Again, I'm just going to plug it into this formula right here. And that is 7 plus minus. And I already compute b squared for ac. So I will just place that number here, divided by 2 times 3. So x equal 7 plus minus root of 193 divided by 6. Now, this might be simplified, square root of 193, but I have to figure out the factors. And this is, see, remember, 193 was the product of these three numbers. So 3 times 12 is 36. And you multiply by 4, so that's like 144, but plus 49. So this number is not going to be, factorable. So therefore, we'll just leave it like this. But when we write the solution, we have to provide two numbers, right? So one is 7 plus root 193 divided by 6, and the other one is 7 minus root 193 divided by 6. So these two are going to be the solution of the equation in B.